a major anti-Macron demonstration with a lot of Antifa members in front of us. We're joined today by Lauren Southern, Brittany, Pettibone, and Tim Poole, who are also out here with us. We're trying to stick together so we can be safer. We put our helmets on because a lot of the other French media also put their helmets on right now. So we're observing the situation, and as you can see, there's a lot of people chanting against Macron. There's a lot of Antifa. There's a lot of people screaming the usual battle cries that we always see. So we're seeing a large demonstration stopped here, and what looks into possibly an inevitable situation of the police stopping this group in this road here, right outside Republic, going towards Bastille Square. Let me show you the protest, because they are masked up. They are masking up right now as we are speaking. A lot of masked individuals here. All the other reporters seem to have put their cameras on, and there's a large number of police down the block. Lauren has her helmet on. You know, so are you going to be going live?
No.
All right, I'm live right now, just so you know. We got the police moving back, and the protesters moving forward. So guys, share this link. We're live, real independent media. Unfiltered, uncensored. It looks like the protesters may take that back street. In the meantime, I'm gonna make sure I send out this live stream to my Twitter and to my Facebook. So again, share this link, guys. With your friends and family members. I'm doing that right now as we're speaking, posting it on Twitter. As you can see, the police are armed with a lot of less lethal munitions. They have been armed and using a lot to disperse major crowds here, especially on May 1st, as you saw on this YouTube channel, where we had police officers firebombed. The May Day protest we saw here a few days ago, that you were able to see through our YouTube channel, was one of the worst in recent times, where literally a number of police officers were severely injured, a number of protesters were severely injured. I didn't see any major arrest happen, and the police deployed tear gas all over this city. It was insane seeing the incredible amount of tear gas that was deployed here before. We also got another independent reporter here from Canada. What's your name and what's your channel? Are you live?
No, not live. Eric Stromquist. I'm just independent. Just started out, no following or anything, but we'll see what happens.
Awesome. What's your YouTube channel?
It's Eric Stormquist.
Awesome. Well, we'll check out your videos afterwards. As you can see, the march is slowly moving. Press intermixed here with a bunch of protesters. I don't know if Tim is live, but I gotta find Tim just to make sure if anything happens to this stream. So again, this is a major demonstration. Again, we're seeing the anti-capitalista chant going on right now. You can see a lot of journalists are tense here, a lot of people here are tense. A lot of people here, guys. This is also where we saw clashes before take place. We saw clashes here from our YouTube channel take place the first time in this exact location before. I want to thank also everyone using the Chat feature. It's a way to keep this independent media organization running. Without you guys using Super Chat, I wouldn't be able to be here. This reporting is primarily financed by you, not by any corporation, not by any government. I'm here on my own volition, giving you everything that's happening here, showing you everything on the ground, because you guys are sponsoring it. If you guys have some comments for me, let me know in the comment section below. No masters, no slaves. They're both rigged, corrupt Rothschilds. So a lot of people are ushering a lot of the sentiment that both presidential candidates were bought and paid for and wouldn't be any good. And you could see that, and we saw that here on May 1st, and we're seeing that here with what I would say a couple thousand people strong demonstration against Macron right now in Paris, the day after he was just elected. People are saying, be careful. Of course, I'm always careful. But having your guys' eyes and ears watching me protects me even more. The bigger we become, the less of a target we could be taken down. All right, I'm getting a lot of comments here, so it's really hard to navigate through all of them. It looks like the police right now are just slowly moving back. A lot of riot police. Most of them, as you can see, the people here are observing what's happening out of their balconies. France has a lot of balconies, virtually everywhere.
You missed something really important.
What was really important?
This dude just went there and stood in front of there with a flag, and he was like, I'm so peaceful. And like 10,000 photographers just ducked, and we're like, wow, this is gonna be like a front cover shot. Every single important protest photo you've ever seen is just some guy that comes there and poses in front of the cops just to get a viral photo.
Yeah. Well,
the journalists just eat it up, every single one of them. He's walking back now. He's like, all right, done. I'll be on the cover of something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home. Protest is done. We already got the images and videos from it. There's something to say about that powerful imagery of just about 100 riot cops in full battle regalia just standing there.
I'm gonna grab a flag and go stand in front of them too, and then maybe...
What flag will Lauren Southern grab?
One that won't get me killed, maybe. Like a Palestine flag or something. They'll be like, wow, this is deep.
Where did Tim and Brittany go? Where are they at? There you go.
Yeah.
We need you in front of the riot cops, sir. Darth Vader is Luke's father. Truck of peace when... Hey, brother. Hey, Luca.
Hey. Where's Britt go? Britt might be dead.
Yeah, Brittany Pettibone is also out here. It's one of her first kind of experiences being at one of these major things. We were also together at what some people would describe a no-go zone just 2 days ago, which was very intense and very daunting to be at. People are saying take an American flag here. They got also a little piece of street art here. People are asking if there's feminists out there. I just actually tweeted a photo on WeAreChange on Twitter of people with the pussy hats. There's people with the pussy hats out here. Yeah, so yeah, the feminists are out here as well. Oh, it looks like 4chan has retweeted this link from the comment section that I'm reading. Huh?
I might just bring out the nice camera.
If you do, just hold it in your hand and don't use a monopod.
Because I think, honestly, this is more likely to get murdered by Antifa than the nice camera, this gimbal.
Yeah, last time we were out here on May Day, we had a lot of people slap the camera phones out of our hands and try to kick them away from us when we were filming what was happening here. Obviously, a lot of Antifa members who are fighting against the police don't want their actions videotaped, so they see us as a threat. Usually my prerogative here is to have a helmet on, always be ready, no matter what happens, and most importantly, just hang out with the rest of the French media and the French photographers, which we made friends with, because they usually know the right protocols of how to deal with these situations, still get the shots, and still be safe at the same time. And usually a large number of photographers are a lot safer than me individually, or me and Lauren individually by our own, where Antifa could attack us. They can't attack all the media at once, especially if we're grouped together. So I always make sure during these kinds of events where there's thousands of Antifa to always stay with the rest of the French media. They also have their helmets on, and they also group together because together they're less of a target than they are individually. So the police are slowly moving back. As you can see, they also blocked off the sides here. Any of the alleyways are also blocked off with a large number of riot police. We're seeing a big mobilization here of riot police. We're seeing hundreds of them on every street corner. Sir, hey buddy, you dropped this.
Thanks.
No problem. So as you can see, from even the shields, there's a lot of markings on them, because last time we were here, a group of protesters just found a wall and started hitting it with hammers, took down that wall, and used the remnants of that wall and threw it against police. And you can see even some of the police officers in front of us with a lot of scratches and marks on their riot shields. See a lot of people in helmets as well. Trying to read some of your comments. It already looks like there's a smoke bomb released by the protesters in the back. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to raise the camera. Also, last night there was one demonstration where about...
The white guy is here again for you.
Oh, the white guy's there for me.
You gotta get him.
What kind of flag is that? Do you know what flag that is? What kind of flag is he holding?
Anything that'll get him on the front cover of National Geographic.
So as I was saying yesterday, the protest yesterday where about 150 protesters were about 15 minutes away from where we are right now, and they were kettled in by police, and large people were detained. It was only about 100 protesters. There was tear gas launched in one area. It looks like people are running up. We're gonna run up as well. Slow down, slow down. It looks like there's some, I believe, property destruction. Luca's always very close. Luca's an awesome journalist. We always found each other at the same spots, and then we just became friends. I'm gonna put my camera in my shoulder pocket so it doesn't look as obvious as if I'm filming. I'm gonna also take a little water break here. When we're in the crowds of a lot of people, I'm gonna put my camera on my shoulder. I have a little shoulder attachment pocket that holds my phone, and it's not as obvious as me holding the camera. guarantees a little bit more safety for me in these situations. Put my water away. Yeah, huge number of police. Looks like there's some major drumming over there as well. So it looks like Antifa is leading the way of this protest. There hasn't been any provocative moves made by either side yet. If you can, I definitely recommend you to stay to the side.
Okay.
Because if there is going to be anything, it's going to come this way in the middle.
Yep.
So standing on more of the side will protect you. Hey boss, how are you? Good to see you.
They won't like let us through the line?
You don't go through the line. They will not let you through the line if anything happens. You want to stay to the left and a little bit more back if you don't want to be safe. So Brittany Pettibone is here. We're live on youtube.com/WeAreChange. How are you enjoying your romantic French vacation?
Well, it's a bit unexpected. Okay. Yeah, didn't expect this for sure to turn into this quickly. I mean, it was just like an hour ago, completely calm.
See, the police are not letting anyone in
They won't let
or
anyone.
anything.
They were hitting
You want
someone
to stand
earlier.
a little bit back?
They just.
So the police have a cordoned off area where they're not letting people in through the alleyways or past them. This kid wants to go past them, but the police are not letting him.
Come in. They'll let you come in, but they won't let you go out.
Yeah.
So once you're in, you're in.
Well, it's like a little kettle that they set up here. Let me go up here on this. Do you know where Tim is?
The city of love. Tim got on the outside. Tim is trapped on the outside. I don't know if
he's
gonna
trapped
come
on that side. Okay.
I think that he could come in if he wants, but he's choosing to get his footage out there. So
Tim's gonna be the only one that lives.
So just stay close to me. Yeah, that's fine. No, grab it if anything happens and stay behind me because you don't have a helmet.
I don't have a
And you
helmet.
need a helmet,
I
Brittany.
know,
At least we're seeing an improvement with the
Well,
shoes. I
yes,
thank you for
okay, I
not
wish-
bringing flats
So
this
I
time.
can run. I can,
Yeah.
kick it pretty fast. But
You don't wanna
hopefully
be-
my dodging skills are on point.
Now, you don't want to be too close to the police because if they decide to move or take action, they're going to shove and push and arrest anything in their way. So you kind of want to have a safe distance,
Yeah,
a
that's
little bit,
probably
give them a little
good
bit more
idea. And
space.
stay, like, dodge into a store or something.
No, the
But they're
doors are all
locked.
closed, as you could see, because of this protest. People knew the protest was happening. Would you mind holding my camera for a second? I gotta adjust my thing. You can talk to it if you want.
Oh, is my hand in front?
There you go.
Hey, okay. So here we are. Luke's fixing his helmet. Hope you don't mind me. This is my first protest ever like this. This is pretty insane. This got crazy fast. I was here in the beginning with Tim and it was calm for like 2 hours and then suddenly it just mobilized into this massive protest. Like thousands of people showed up at once. So there's already a bunch of crazy stuff happening in the middle, but I'm not gonna venture in there. Alright, you got it? Are they chanting Antifa? Yeah.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Unless you want more of it. People already said that they're in love. I definitely appreciate the
I
very...
wish the police were, then they'd let me through. It's actually fine. It's not so bad yet.
I want to keep a little bit distance away from them. Keep a little distance away from the police. A lot of people here who are masked up. So it looks like this protest is heading to Bastille. Bastille is usually where the police try to kettle or disperse people. That's usually when we see the tear gas. But this protest goes a number of blocks down. I would say there's more than a couple thousand people here in the center of Paris. A lot of them have different issues. We just saw previously before at Place de République, people who were pro-Russia. We saw feminists, we saw Turks, we saw Kurds, we saw Antifa, we saw people who are against Macron. We've seen a whole slurry of people. There you are. Are you going live?
No.
Oh yeah, we just decided to go. I decided to go live right now, especially when the two sides stopped against each other. But you're shooting for later.
Yeah. If something happens, maybe, but
Sure.
the police are letting them do their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For now.
I might turn on the stream and it might just be nothing for an hour or two.
Yeah.
Right now, the police are showing no signs of interfering with the protest, and the protesters aren't vandalizing anything. So until something changes, I don't think they're even getting close enough to throw rocks or bottles. And even if they might be smashing stuff in the middle.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what happened last time.
Yeah, this is the street that on May Day we saw the first clashes on.
I'm betting you that if anything does happen with vandalism, it'll be in the middle of the group.
Well, we're seeing the most people masked up in the front.
Yeah. But it doesn't mean the people in the middle are shielded from sight and from cops coming in. No one's going to throw anything right now. There's nothing to throw anything at. Everything's got their grates up. Some of them don't. We don't see any banks. Keep your eye open for banks, because as soon as we start crossing some banks, that's when
I think
you'll hear some
being on this
shattering.
street between République and Bastille, they have already reinforced and secured and gave up the hope of having windows.
Yeah.
So we're all headed to Bastille Square. That's usually where things get very interesting. So yeah, it looks like the majority of the protests here, as from the chants that we've been hearing, are anti-Macron. Some people are mad at him because of his economic policies. Some people are mad at him because of his Rothschild's ties. There's also some talk of climate change that we've been hearing here. So it's a whole slurry of issues. It looks like just a number of people came out to Place de République in order to protest the new election of Macron that has happened. But again, slurry of issues, large number of people everywhere, with a whole bunch of different issues that they care about. People are asking me so I could buy her your gimbal.
What?
Like,
It only works for GoPros. I've got one for phones. I can bring it with me.
I'm trying to get my good footage.
You should have brought it.
Empty.
Antica pizza lista.
Pardon?
They're saying anticapitalista.
Oh, I thought their chant for Antifa was pretty cool.
So ever so often, when the street widens, they not on purpose, but people can easily walk through. Or if you want to come the other side, it's really easy. They just don't even do anything. It seems like they don't have set orders. They don't really know how to handle their streets.
What are you gonna do when you get Parkinson's and you have to do this?
Get a rig where I don't have to hold it.
Which I already for Parkinson's.
Why would I get Parkinson's? That's very awful for you to mention.
Just with your luck. Just with your luck.
I have amazing luck, if you haven't noticed.
Oh, we've got the anonymous mask here. The edgelord of all edgelords. And he's even in a black trench coat.
With no way out.
No one's going there either.
So Lauren was very happy about the election results yesterday.
I want to talk about it.
Yeah, they're moving the whole line. That's why I don't think anything's going to happen anytime soon. The police are not interfering in any way.
Yeah, but they're coming up on... Oh, wait, no, they moved the tracks. I lied.
Yeah.
JK.
Well, Bastille Square is usually where things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Usually where the disbursements and the containments happen.
Well, because they can't contain people. The spaces become too wide and they can't stop the group from moving in any way at once, so they have to get more aggressive in other means. Yeah.
People are saying Antifa, New World Order, Army in the comment section.
You guys want to do a picture really fast?
Huh?
A photo really fast?
No. I think the... What? What?
In a photo?
There's always time for a selfie in a riot.
You never know when you're going to get another chance. It's calm right now.
Whoa, trash in the joint, bro.
Sorry. Brittany's the...
Isn't that film a little too low?
Yeah, but it's not for footage I'm going to use. It's in case, like...
You get attacked?
Brittany's the mom of the group, always collecting memories
I'll have the audio, I'll have
and taking selfies.
Okay,
Yeah, but...
Live stream the whole time, couple hours.
Well, we're going to see what happens. I'd rather be live than not live during these types of situations. Because, again, you never know what's going to happen at any time, at any moment. So, trying to read some of your comments right now.
I don't want to waste battery. The gimbal is, I think...
Well, I decided to go live just because it's probably going to be one of our last few days, and I wanted to capture one of the major events with thousands of people in the streets protesting Macron. I think it's important to capture these kind of events and to report them live and unedited to show you exactly what happens. The police also have a megaphone. I'm not sure if this march is permitted or not. Tech reviews. You gimbal cheaters. It's called having steady hands.
Your chat's complaining about you.
I don't know what you're talking
They're
about.
like, Luke sucks. Get a gimbal. And Luke be all like, nah.
I don't like gimbals. It's too finagly to work with.
Finagly.
John Gimbal.
I want to be a finagler. Protest is moving forward. All the police officers are masked up and they're covering their face. They all have shin protectors, elbow protectors, shoulder protectors,
little old lady walks by, you can be like, we'll make an exception.
shields.
It's because the
Helmet.
left got rid of profiling. They're like, you can't profile anyone. The little old lady's just as likely to be a terrorist as
Hey, you know what? They let one little old lady pass, and it turns out to be the one crazy Antifa old lady, and then what?
Stabs him from behind.
Throws a rock at him from behind. And then they're gonna say no more little old ladies.
Well, they don't want anybody breaking their line. Getting behind them.
It's like that's the procedural. It's like it's like the robotic brain that people do. It's like, well, the rules say no one can cross. Like, come on, dude, no little old ladies. Like, she's carrying a little flower bag and she lives right there, and they're like, no, you're a terrorist.
This lady's like, what the hell?
Right,
Get
like,
through.
she has nothing to do with this protest.
Yeah.
But they're like, hell no, you ain't. Oh.
Yeah, the police.
You tried breaking the line.
Yeah, the police are not letting this lady get away or move past the police lines.
Sometimes you gotta be like, I understand what the rules are, but this is like some lady who's clearly trying to go home. She's okay.
Second older lady not being allowed to go through.
None shall pass. You can come the other way, though.
Yeah, you can come that way. Oh, there's just some of the banks that were smashed up here before. I think the things banks should do is
do bank guard duty right now. Now it might get a little tense.
well, this is always where the last clash happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I think the best strategy for banks would be to have windows with stickers that looks like they're broken.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this one's already broken.
Well, this one's broken from the May 1st demonstration.
In front of the ATM machines.
Got a nice little Madame watching. Whoa! That was a major explosion that we just heard over there. Holy cow! That was really loud. That was not. Was that a flashbang?
That was not a flashbang.
That was an extremely large explosion that just happened. All right, Brittany, come to the left. Come to the left. Slow down. Don't run there.
Yeah, that might have been a stun grenade or something.
That was louder than a stun grenade.
No, a stun grenade isn't a flashbang. A stun grenade is meant to shock you and
Yeah.
literally disable you.
Yeah, everyone's putting on their helmets.
Out of the center.
Yeah, first clash is already happening here. Riot cops moving up. A lot of riot cops moving in. Right here, stay with me. These guys are a target now too because they're to the left. Come right here. Right here.
Not a good place to be if you're a cop.
All the other journalists are here. Bye. Luca, what was that? What was that? flashbang?
No, it was kind of huge fireworks that we call mortier in France. I don't know what you call it.
That they threw at the police.
No, it has been thrown by the protesters. It just exploded there, you know.
That was a major
Just
explosion.
there. But that's legal. You can buy it legally in France.
Wow. Yeah, you can see the imprint right there.
It makes much noise, but there is no.
Where the hell did Lauren go? That was a really loud firework that they threw off at the police. I wish I would have brought my earplugs, because this is definitely not the end. Wow. So what we just saw was a firework thrown by the protesters at police, and you heard that huge boom that echoed down very far away. We were about 2 blocks away from the actual boom that you guys actually heard, just watching through our videos right now. I'm trying to find Lauren. She's new at this and doing a very bad job staying together. And in these situations, you really need to know what you're doing and be on top of everything, be super careful and cautious. And this is probably my 200th or 300th riot that I've been in myself personally. So you learn, even just on basic instinct, where to go, where not to go, to follow your gut intuition and to make sure that nothing bad happens to you while still getting the best shots. It really takes a lot of experience being in these situations in order to navigate them correctly. Alright, looks like we got poor connection in this particular area. I'm gonna try moving around. Hell is Lauren? Uh-oh, looks like the protesters are marching back. I'm predicting more fireworks in either direction. right, connection got better. I have a feeling it's about to get a lot more intense in a few minutes. New York.
New York City.
Yeah. You guys? Okay.
Le mieux c'est de caméra.
More riot police are moving up. They also feel like the tensions are going to get high here very soon. Poor guy has a microphone, probably lost his camera guy.
Exactly, I'm looking.
Yeah, where's your camera guy? I'm looking for my friend too. A lot of riot police moving in. I bet they're going to throw something here very soon. I want to thank everyone again for using Super Chat and keeping this live broadcast available to you, because if you guys weren't using Super Chat, I would not be able to be here reporting for you on the ground like I am right now. Again, we are live on the ground here in Paris, France. This is Luca Deschi of WeAreChange.org reporting for you here, unfiltered, uncensored, with real independent media. Lots of riot police also moving in on the other side. More riot police moving in here. Oh, the police are kettling. The police are kettling and separating the groups so they're not as strong together. So this is a technique we see used by many police departments all over the world. What they do is form a large line around the sides of the protest, and then they come in with full force in the middle of it to break up the group from one another. And as you can see down there, we're seeing a lot of riot cops that just broke up this group, which is mainly people who are masked up, and the other group of protesters, which are going all the way down the block. A lot more riot police officers moving in to make sure that the lines are not broken. The police are charging. Come on, come on. The police are charging the protesters. The police just started charging with their shields and batons. Lauren, behind me, please. These guys are gonna shoot weapons, those guys are gonna push.
Yep.
They already kettled in this group, the most masked group, and they just ran towards them. The police are shoving the press. The police are kicking the press. The police are literally shoving and beating the press as well.
Elle vient d'où la violence là, vous le voyez? Elle vient d'où? Elle vient d'où la violence? Elle vient de là? C'est qui les violents? C'est qui les casseurs? C'est eux!
Shooting rubber bullets. The police are shooting rubber bullets right now. Looks like a large number of people were hurt. Again, this is Lukadowski live. WeAreChange.org on the ground here. The police have been acting very aggressively. Very aggressively. Oh shit. I had the gun just pointed right at me. They are shooting rubber bullets at the crowd. They are shoving and beating everyone in their sight. We're seeing a glass just thrown at police. Not a safe zone to be in, and there's line of sight, and they're pointing the guns. Yeah. Police have been acting very aggressively. We're seeing members of the press being thrown around like rag dolls by the French police. The groups have been broken up. The police are attacking everybody.
Yeah. Very violent today.
Yeah.
They are separating in two parts the protest. They want to separate the black bloc from the other.
Yeah,
And they are
did.
very violent with the journalists too.
Yeah.
Has been beaten.
Yeah, it's shoved and all that. Are you okay during that fray?
Well, Tim and I got the fuck out of there because they were beating the shit out of people with batons.
They were also hitting a lot of journalists as well. Like, they don't care. We're seeing black bloc tactics being used right now with the symbols that they're throwing up in the air. Again, what sparked this was a major firework explosive being thrown at the police. The police then separated the black bloc away from the regular protesters, as you can see is happening. Line here, protesters there. Right here on the sideline where these guys are for a reason. In the middle, that's where people are going to get hurt. More cops moving in. The front lines is where they start just pushing and bashing anyone in front of them.
Yeah.
I saw a number of journalists hit. Watch
Yeah,
out,
no,
you don't want to stay away from these guys right here. Because these guys also charge in and start shoving and kicking. Like, there's literal police just trying to like throw down as many journalists as they could on the floor and like throw away their gear and put down their cameras. So right here, you see them mobilizing. Which side do you want to be on? So this is the black bloc contingent that's kettled in right now. So we are kettled in. There's no escaping this kettle. So there's police in front, police on the sides, and there's no escaping it.
C'est tout, il n'y a rien de cassé, il n'y avait absolument aucune nécessité à cette violence.
Can you give me my charger in the back? It's in the top pocket, one of the top ones, not the big one of the side ones. Yeah, give me it. Thank you.
Let me zip it up.
All right, guys, got low battery. I'm gonna charge my stuff up. Still continuing to go live. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me make sure my gear's charging as we go forward. Okay. All right, my gear's charging. Actually move this. Huh? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. My bag was open. My bag was open. My bag was open. What are you seeing?
Back and forth. These cops are moving back. They're letting the protest march forward.
Oh, they want to bring them to Bastille.
They what?
They want to bring them to Bastille Square.
Yeah. But they're not making. Some of the side streets are open. At least one of them I saw back there was open. So they're not keeping everybody in.
We got Photo Man.
Photo Man's back. Taking advantage of this moment.
Yeah.
So that's a firework that they threw at the police. That was the like
That was
bang.
the explosion.
Yeah, the protesters did that.
That's why it was so loud. It's probably a mortar. So Luke was just telling me that bang we saw, what was it?
Well, it was explosive firework that they have here that the protesters threw at the police.
So the police haven't fired it?
No, they have the police. It wasn't
They
the
may have
police.
fired something else, but they didn't fire that. That was protesters.
That was protesters. And then they started shooting rubber bullets, and then they started attacking the press and kettling the people who were masked up here, and pushing forward and beating them with batons and the shields.
And now we're just marching forward again.
Well, they separated the
group,
groups.
yeah.
This group is separated, and this was the most masked group, and then the other protest group is still all the way in the back. And they probably, are kettled
I mean,
themselves.
it's simple. They don't have enough cops to deal with the entire group, but they can split it in half. It's easier.
Yeah, not even in half, just the front section,
Yeah, black bloc.
which was the most masked up. No one's filming this poor guy again. All right, looks like things slowed down here for just a little bit. See, that's why, in France, you never know. That's why I just decided to go live. It's always unpredictable what's going to happen here. So it looks like we're going in and out of service, so sometimes the video quality may not be as good, and sometimes the quality is very good. It looks like the quality is good right now, that we're streaming in right now. It looks like the protesters have stopped in front of us. Yeah, but the police are not playing around here today.
I think once they get into the square, we're gonna. Oh, here, they're opening up.
Yeah, they were shooting rubber bullets at protesters early on. We got that on camera too. They're chanting anti-fascism. So we still have a strong contingent here, and this is Bastille Square moving right in front of us. This is usually where we see a lot of the tear gas thrown. This is usually where we see all the major protests end up in violence, right in front of us in Bastille Square. So the police have opened up Bastille Square. They're still on the sidelines. We're gonna stay with these police officers on the sidelines in case they get attacked here. And you could see here in Bastille Square, the police have blocked off a lot of the intersections, like we are seeing right here in front of us. A large number of riot police, fully decked out in all of their protective gear and less lethal munitions. So Tim has the right idea. This is where I would stand. We're always finding each other in the right way.
Filming a time lapse of the protesters entering the square.
Police look like they're trying to move in somewhere here. Oh, hey, police are moving in. Police are moving in.
E o pau estanque, hein? Já começou, hein?
They're shooting rubber bullets. The police, there's a small gang of them, just decided to go and attack this group here.
Ça vous servait à quoi ça? Qui a été violent les premiers? C'est vous qui avez cherché aujourd'hui. Personne n'a été violent aujourd'hui. C'est vous qui avez cherché.
They're gonna jump in there again in a little bit. See, the police movements now are very unpredictable. You just saw a very small gang of them just jump into a protest group and decide to hit. Backwards, like this. Fine. Don't turn your back. Looks like mainly press, but that hasn't stopped the police from attacking anyone in front of them, including the press. See? I was like,
Surrounding, they're going around.
yeah, the police are close.
Antifa. Look at all the masks around us.
We're gonna gotta worry about that. You just stay right here. So it looks like the police have again split the group up even more. So it looks like a second kettle from the first one that we saw, splitting up this group away from that group, and now there's a police line there, a second police line all the way back over there, and police surrounding this entire area all around a lot of the major exits and entrances here. All right, now I can take your questions. Thank you everyone for again using Super Chat and helping continue this operation of Real Independent Media, because without you doing that, I would not be able to be here. And also everyone supporting me on patreon.com/WeAreChange, because without you, I would not be here. I'm not beholden to any corporation or any government. I'm here on your behalf, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for keeping real information, real independent media, the real free press well and alive. And your participation is more important than ever in this journey. So we have a lot of people here just in Bastille Square. A lot of them press, some people, protesters who are masked up. It looks like there will be another clash. Again, this is Lukadowski of WeAreChange.org reporting for you live at a major demonstration here in Paris, France, which is mostly centered against the new president of France, Emmanuel Macron. A lot of people here are not happy with Macron, and that's why we're seeing these large street demonstrations here. There's a lot of people, different affiliations, different organizations, different causes, but I think they all came together here from what I'm observing to be against the new president of France, Emmanuel Macron. So we told you to expect protests, we told you to expect major clashes, and that's exactly what is happening right now in the streets of Paris, France. So far, the violence was first escalated by the protesters by throwing a large explosive into a crowd of police. The police responded with rubber bullets. Looks like the protesters are... Looks like the police line has broken temporarily, and the other protest group is allowed to continue to move forward.
With their comrades.
very large, significant protest group. How many people do you think are here?
A couple thousand.
Yeah.
2 maybe?
About?
Description of what's going on. Well, I'll just tell you what he told me. He said that the people here are angry because Macron is the most capitalist candidate. He's a banker. He's very much about the free market. So a lot of people are angry because they're saying it's the furthest, the most capitalist ever elected in France, and they think he was made by the big banks. The big banks propped him up and got him ready to become president, so that he could vote in their favor and do those things. General idea. He said there was one arrest so far that he saw.
Well, the Rothschilds called Macron their protege, so I think that says everything. And he's been labeled as the outsider by the mainstream media. Meanwhile, he was working with the former president here, and that's total close.
He's telling me that a lot of people are also angry because, as a centrist, he's to them socially regressive. Like he's going to pull the country backwards in terms of how they're in social development. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
progressives want more human rights and things like that, and they think he's gonna rewind the clock.
Mm-hmm. And it was interesting in this election. We had Le Pen, who also had kind of leftist policies and beliefs within herself. She wasn't a far right. The political spectrum here was totally broken up in many different ways. On ideologies, on beliefs, on staying with the EU, on leaving the EU, on establishing the franc here back to their currency that they had before, on interventionalism, on, of course, migration. So the political shift has been totally rearranged, where it wasn't left and right anymore. It was a whole new paradigm that is unfolding and figuring itself out here in French elections, and also like we've seen in American elections, at least with the campaigning and the promises that were made in the United States. They were very different, but as we saw, the continuations of ultimately a lot of the similar policies that have been enacted by our President Donald Trump. So everyone's arriving here in Bastille Square. I have bad service right now, so I'm trying to get into an area where I have good service and I could give you the best kind of broadcast that I could possibly give you. So that's what's happening here on the ground. A lot of the protesters are coming here. Usually what happens when people arrive in Bastille Square, they wait, people rally, then the police attack the protesters, or the protesters attack the police. It could go either way in this kind of unknown, uncertain situation. So.
Yeah, I've got one.
You don't look too happy.
I'm gonna use my phone.
I hate communists.
Oh, okay. Anything else you want to say? You look very discouraged and very deep in thought.
They literally have like fucking Stalin photos on their bags and Che Guevara, and it's a little triggering. I might need a puppy room.
We gotta get some chicken nuggies.
I need some chicken nuggies. I need some chicken nuggies.
Cheer up, Lauren, who obviously isn't happy about the election results that happened here. So we're seeing a huge mobilization. I just wanted to thank, again, everyone from the bottom of my heart for participating in this live broadcast, for using the super chat, for donating on patreon.com/WeAreChange, for being a part of Real Independent Media, and for being involved in seeing history unfold in front of us as the major protest movement is still well and alive in Paris, and people are still very discouraged with the election of Emmanuel Macron. Obviously, a lot of this is coming from the leftist political protest movement here, which is a very interesting dichotomy, and that's not always very easy to break down, and sometimes very generalized. But that's why we wanted to be here, to show you everything that's happening on the ground, get their perspective, get other journalists' perspective, and give you a full breakdown of the reality of the situation, instead of just basing it off on different levels. Thank you again. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're going to be going live many times. We're going to be probably going somewhere else in Europe to cover a lot of the important refugee issues that are happening in this country. We're going to be covering a diverse amount of issues, and we're going to be doing that through the YouTube Live feature. So subscribe, click that notification bell, because when we're live, you're going to want to know it. We don't go live for any dumb reason. We go live for a very specific reason when things are actually happening. And stay tuned. This is only the beginning of our coverage. The main reason we're going to start using YouTube Live is because YouTube has started to cut off almost 3/4 of my YouTube ad revenue, and with losing 3/4 of your income, you cannot survive as a human being. You cannot continue the work. But with YouTube Live, it allows you to donate $1 or $5 or $10, have your comment be seen, have your comment be highlighted, and also at the same time support Royal Independent Media. That's why we're going to be doing a lot more live coverage here on the ground in Paris, all over Europe, on the issues that matter most. Contact me on twitter.com/LukeWeAreChange, LukeWeAreChange on Twitter, to tell me what issues you want to see me cover, to help me with stories, to even give me a couch. The YouTube ad cuts have been bad. So if you have a couch that I could crash on, and if I'm in your city, I'll let you know through Twitter. Let me know. I'll crash at your couch, save some money. You have no idea how many finagling different ways I have to figure out in order to do this. How many travel hacks, life hacks I have enabled in my life to be able to do the work that we're doing. It is expensive, but if you're smart about it and have a little bit extra time and you're dedicated to it and will do it no matter what, and no one will stop you, there's so many different ways that you could figure out and finagle to pretty much fly basically for free, to crash on people's couches, to travel, to have all these certain discounts. So yeah, love you guys. Appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you again so much for watching. I'm going to sign off right now, and we're going to have more updates for you on twitter.com/LukeWeAreChange. But subscribe, click the bell button. You're not going to want to miss the next stuff we capture. Love you.